What do you do when you get all 4 stags of 2025? Well, you blind them, of course. Are you ready? I know I am. Let's go. Welcome back to Old Fashioned Ways. I'm Doc Martinez, and I was blessed that I was lucky enough to get all of 2025 stags. Lots of help, lots of friends out there, so thank you everybody who helped me get these. Now, I have been bragging about this 25D. I have loved it. Look how much of it I've drank or shared. Amazing pour to me. It's been one of the best stags, in my opinion, in a long time. But I'm very curious. Will it stand up in this blind? Will it be that one that actually stands out more than everything else? Well, we're going to find out. So these are A, B, C, and D of Stagg from 2025. The crazy thing about it was they didn't start releasing these till like September. So September, October, November, December. In 4 months, they released 4 stags and made it almost impossible to get all of them. Luckily, I have good friends out there, and you know, this is why I'm able to do this today. But I'm very curious how much of a difference there are. The only one I've tried besides this one was a long time ago was the 25A, but I haven't tried the B or the C, so this will be my first time trying those as well. So I set it up as a blind. I'm letting them air out for a little while, and then we're gonna come back and go through each one. All right, let's get this going. I got them all poured out in front of me. Move the stags to the side so I can have some room. They're already mixed up, but we'll just mix them up some more. Let's see, how do we do that? Here we go. There we go. All right. So now all mixed up. They're nice and blind. I don't know which is which. I just know that I'm drinking Stagg and I'm pretty excited. So I'm going to be honest. I'm very excited about doing this one. Stagg is one of my favorite pours to have. So the fact that I get to try all 4 at once, what is there to complain about, right? All right. So I'm just going to start from left to right and kind of sip my way through, kind of giving you some of what I feel, what I'm tasting, what I'm smelling at that time. And then afterwards, we'll pause the video. I'll go backwards, cleanse my palate in between each one, and then giving you my ranking. So, all right. Let's start with this one. Ooh, that actually kind of smells light. So most of these stags are, you know, pretty high proof. So you got the 25D at 129.2. You got the C at 125.6. The B at 126.9. And the A at 126.5. So actually these are pretty close in. These are pretty close. With the D being, right, that was the 129. So that's the one that's the higher proof. Interesting. On the nose, it smells like a nice solid bourbon. You know, the caramel, the sweetness, the vanillas. Not too much oakiness or anything like that, but nice and just good bourbon overall. Okay, now this one on the nose has a little bit more darker notes. Has that dark chocolate, the caramel, some of that vanilla as well. Great nose. So if I were to rate these two, I like this one just a little bit better, that one on the nose. Now this one smells pretty light. This one smells more like a creaminess, like a vanilla cream in a way. Oh, I got some alcohol on that one. This is actually so far my least favorite nose. All right, let's go for this one. Oh, that smells good. Ooh, that smells like a nice solid bourbon. All right. So far my 2 favorite noses, my least favorite nose, and this one's kind of in between those 2. All right, let's just start sipping away. So let's sip on this first one here. Ooh, that's very different. That's very different. Not very Stagg to me. Very different. Very unique. Kind of a little orangey, which I don't get off of Stagg very often. I usually get that, you know, the darker cherry note kind of notes, the caramel, that stuff. But you know what? That was my first sip. It might change as I come back through it. So, interesting. That's very different. I kind of like it that it's different, but I would not have guessed that was a Stagg. All right, into the next one. Yeah, see, that's a Stagg. The darker notes, the cherry, the caramel, that vanilla. Ooh, that's a good sip. That's a good sip. I'm starting to wonder, do I not have enough in each one to go through these multiple times? Because that's nice. That's very nice. All right, let's go for the next one. See, this one, least favorite so far. Tannicky. It's a little bit tannicky, a little bit drying. Still getting that, like, it kind of has some of that unique flavor that I tasted in this one, but kind of doesn't stick very long. So far, my least favorite out of them. All right, let's go for the last one. Oh, that's a good pour too. That's a good solid pour. Lots of flavor. So best noses, best on the palate so far. Ooh, look at that. To stick to that glass, that is nice. This is excellent pour too. All right, I'm gonna pause the video, go backwards, cleanse my palate, rank them, then we'll come back and tell you which is the winner. Ooh, all right, I'm back. And very interesting. One of them did not have that stag profile that I'm used to. It was very different. Two of them had that nice stag bourbon, just good taste. The other one was kind of a little bit off of stag, but in a unique, nice way. It's actually, you know, like if you got one of those almost like single barrel picks that somebody picked, you can tell it's kind of like stag, but not exactly. Now, one thing with that the unique one and the one that was really off profile, they had a very interesting taste at the end. Very unique to me, almost like an orange kind of candy kind of taste, which was very, very different. But one of them just kind of fell flat, didn't hit my palate very long, kind of went away, and was so off from the stag. I would have never guessed it was a stag. Now the other two, good solid pours, both of them good bottles. One just beat out the other. So let's go for it. Let's see. So here's last place. Let's go for last. So last place is gonna be C. So that's this one, which I think is the second highest proof. Let me see. It's 125.6. And what were these? Oh no. So it's the lowest proof. It's actually the lowest proof one. Very, just not. Actually, I think this was actually the last one I grabbed too. It was just not very staggish. It was different. It was not what I'm used to with the stag. I like all stag pours, and I'm not saying it's bad. It's just off profile to me. So that's interesting. All right, third place for me is this one. Now this was also the one that I said was a little bit off, but was unique and nice. Ooh, that's A. So that's this bottle right here, A. So what is my winner? Well, what do we have left? We have B and D, and I'm pretty sure my winner is going to be the one I've been bragging about because I liked it again. Oh, thank goodness it is D. For a second there, I looked at that wrong and I thought I saw it wrong, but no, it is D. And which means my second place was B. That looked almost like a B to me. I thought I was wrong. So D to me has been something that just, I have not had a stag like that in a while. Very good pour, very solid pour. On the live I did this last night, I mentioned it kind of reminds me of Beacon, and not in the sense that this will overtake Beacon, but it's a good solid bourbon. Everything you want in a bourbon pour is what you get in that one. You know, you get all those, you hit all those notes, all those, and then it hits that mouthfeel and it has that nice finish. But this one, honestly, B, if you can get B, B is pretty close to it. I felt like B and D this year were exceptional. That's my winner. So I hope it helps you. So if you're hunting them and you can only find one, you know, maybe that'll make you choose one over the other, right? Anytime I do these, I always like to have some fun and mix them, blend them all. So let's go ahead and do that as well. Let's mix it up a little bit here. These usually actually, as they sit longer, they start tasting better. Because a lot of times, like I'm going to go and start editing after this. I'll be sipping on this as we're editing. And a lot of times as I start going through, it's like, ooh, it gets better and better. All right, so here you go. See, on the nose, nice solid nose. Everything you do want in a stag. Kind of reminds me, so I do have a stag infinity barrel. I'm going to have to add these to it, but holy cow, which means I have to pull out of it, so that's a good thing. Man, that infinity barrel just hits the mark in so many ways. So, all right, let's go in for that taste. Ooh, that was a little bit of a roller coaster. Spicy, tannic-y. That tannic is hitting at the end there. That citrusy is in there, that vanilla's in there, that caramel's in there, but that tannic kind of took over a little bit. I didn't like that tannic in that middle there. Let's try it one more time. Yeah, made it very tannicky for some weird reason. That tannicky kind of just takes over, so it's more of those kind of older, dark leather, tannic, you know, kind of notes. Very, very oaky. It made it seem like this is a lot older than what it is with that kind of blend there. Okay. Normally I do like to blend them, but for this one, hopefully it opens up as I'm editing, but we'll see. All right, my friends, thank you for joining me on another journey down my whiskey rabbit hole, or my stag whiskey rabbit hole. To our next journey, my friends. Cheers.